The British passport is getting weaker than ever, and things are about to get even worse. You get me right. Have you ever thought of the British passport, which means that you can travel everywhere part of the world freely? Well, not anymore. The truth is, the British passport was once considered as the most powerful passport all over the world. But now, the British passport is losing its strength. And according to the global ranking system, things are about to get even worse for the British passport. Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, my name is Maria, and if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for passing by. I do appreciate that. Today we're going to look at the rationale why the British passport is getting weaker and why it's losing its strength and its powerfulness like the way it used to be. And we will also look at the restriction that has been placed on British citizens who wanted to travel globally. And also we will look at what this really means for people or British citizens who wants to relocate in abroad or to retire in abroad. So stay tuned, because this is something that every British travelers or UK residents needs to understand what this really means if you're planning to travel to abroad, and what it means about that British passport that you are holding. And now let's rewind back. Just a few years ago, the British passport was among the most powerful passports in the whole wide world. They were granted visa-free access to over 180 countries where British citizens will visit visa-free. And having a British passport, you are highly respected, you've got privilege, and as well as you have free mobility wherever you find yourself. But what has led to these major changes for the British passport to become weaker, and even so, it will get worse. Since post-Brexit, things started shifting dramatically. This includes the loss of EU membership, which means that the UK citizens no longer have the freedom to live, work, or even move freely amongst the 27 European countries. And for many, this was the biggest blow to what the passport represents. That is freedom without borders. So now let's look at the global falling of the British passport. According to the NLA Passport Index data, the NLA Passport Index, it ranks according to the type of passport that you are holding and the destination you will use that passport to without any visa. This is how they rank it. If you have a passport and then looking at your destination where you can use that passport without seeking for visa, and this is how the NLA Passport Index, they gather the data, how many destinations or how many countries that you are using your passport without seeking for a visa. And this is how the Henley Passport Index rank your passport. So this is what the Henley Passport Index stands for. So with the British passport, which used to be amongst the top of all passports, now the British passport is now dropping slowly amongst the ranking. It's no longer at the top of the ranking. It is now around the 7th place of the ranking. And the reason why our British passport is now ranking on the 7th place is because a lot of countries have now put a lot of restrictions when entering their countries. This could be either digital data or biometrical data, collecting data in third world countries. That is including the UK. Yes, you get me right. And recently, one of the biggest blow on our British passport is the European Entry and Exit System, which is known as the EES system. And this system has created a chaos for all our British citizens who want to travel to the Europe, where you have to provide your fingerprints as well as your facial recording. And not only that, even as that, according to recent news, which I'm going to play very soon for you to hear what has transpired when this system was created, a lot of British citizens stranded at the airport, over thousands or even up to 3,000 stranded at the airport. Some have been cancelling, flights have been cancelling. Just listen to this, then we will be right back.
Breaking, 3,000 Brits just got banned from Europe, and you could be next right now. At this very moment, over 3,000 British travellers are stranded in airports across the UK, banned from boarding flights to Finland. Not because of a pandemic, because of a digital border system that nobody told them about. And if you're planning to travel to Europe anytime soon, you need to hear this, because what just happened in Finland is about to spread across the entire EU. It's 5 a.m. at Heathrow Terminal 3. Sarah Mitchell, a 34-year-old teacher from Kent, stands at gate 27 with her 2 kids, ready to board a flight to Helsinki for her sister's wedding. Her bags are checked, her passport is valid. But when she scans her boarding pass, the gate screen flashes red. Entry data missing. She's confused. The airline staff are confused. Within minutes, the gate closes. Flight cancelled. No explanation. Just chaos. And Sarah isn't alone. Across London, Manchester, Edinburgh and Birmingham, the same nightmare is unfolding. Business executives missing critical meetings, university students blocked from their study programmes. A retired couple who sold everything for a new life in Lapland now stuck in a Premier Inn near Gatwick. One man tells Sky News, "They said my passport wasn't linked to something called EES. I've never even heard of it."
And this is not the end. It's not just the EES. In 2026, another major changes is going to happen again, which is the ETIAS, which is soon to be launched in 2026. And this ETIAS, it means that you have to pay for a visa authorization before you can even travel. Now the EES is free. It's just that you have to provide your digital data, which is your fingerprint as well as your facial recording. But with the ETIAS, you have to pay for a visa. It's just a small fees, but you have to pay for that visa to authorize you before you can visit any European country, which means you have to make an application, you have to pay the fee, and then you have to wait for the visa authorization before you can even make that move. And this is going to get even worse for our British passport, because it's not just about paying for the visa fee. It's because of the paperwork as well as the waiting time, because we were used to, when you have your British passport and you want to travel, there is no restriction. You just pack your bag, take your passport, and then you will travel freely. But that is no longer the case. You have to wait after making your application, and you get a confirmation that is you are authorized to travel to your destination before you can make that move. So now let us look at what is the current strongest passport in the whole world that is beating our British passport. So we're going to look at the NLA Passport Index data now to find out which passport is now holding the first ranking of all passports. So the first one is the Singapore passport, which has a destination country of 193 countries destination. And the second on the list, you have the Japan and South Korea, which has 190 destination without visa. And the third in line, you have Denmark, Finland, France, Germany, Ireland, Italy, and Spain, which has 189 destination visa free. And the fourth in position, you have Austria, Belgium, Luxembourg, please correct me if I'm wrong, I don't know how to pronounce that. You have the Netherlands, Norway, Portugal, and Sweden, which has 188 destination visa free. And the fifth position, you have Greece, New Zealand, Swaziland, which has 187 destination free visa. And then number 6, okay, this is 6, not 7. So UK is on the 6th. So UK is on the 6th list of ranking. So UK has 186 country of free visa destination. So you can just look at the rest. I'm just focusing on the United Kingdom. So now is on the 6th position. And the most affected people here is not just the British people who wants to travel maybe for visit purpose or for tourism, but the most affected people are students who used to go around to do their research, and freelancer, and even for those who are retired in the European country. This is a big challenge for these individuals. And for family with children who wish to travel, like for holidays, in next year, 2026, this will be a biggest blow or a big challenge for families with children who wants to travel. It's not just about the biometrics data they are collecting from you, but having to apply for that authorization visa before traveling. If you have a family of 4 or even more or less than that, that means you have to pay for every single person in your family that you want to travel with before you can make that move. And you have to wait for the authorization to come through before you can make that move. So this is not just about the travel freedom that has been taken away from British passport holders. It is how the world is now treating the British passport holder, which is really, really unfair. So what does this mean to you if you're planning to travel to any European countries? Please do your research first. Check for the new entry requirements as well as visa system and any digital authorization. Because the days of just showing your British passport at any airport are now over. Now you have to scan your fingerprints, you have to show your facial recording before they can grant you system. And by next year, you have to pay for a visa authorization before you can be granted access to any European countries. So let's talk in the comment section below. Do you think that the Brexit is really worth it to lose our travel freedom? Share your thoughts in the comment section below, and please don't forget to share this video so that it will reach someone who really needs to hear this message. And please don't forget to subscribe, like, and turn the notification button on so that you won't miss out on my next upload.